Today is 23rd August 2023. Today is the day India will finally land its rover on the moon. And this time, I actually went and watched the rocket launch live. And this video is about how I went, why I went, and I also add some details so that you can also probably go next time it happens. And yeah, that's it. That's what the video is about. So this happened 2-3 weeks before the launch. I went to an event in Bangalore International Center where Professor Kiran Kumar had come. He was responsible for Chandrayaan 1, Mangalyaan 1 Mars orbiter mission. He's also the ex-ISRO chairman. I went and met him. He told me that he also talked about a lot of things. I asked him that, hey, how can I attend the rocket launch? He told me that on Twitter we will put out a form. You can fill that and come. So easy. In the interaction, he also told me about like the effort that goes into such massive projects. There's so many stakeholders. It takes a lot of mental effort, and meeting him was a great experience. He was so humble, so just it was a great experience. Then 4 or 5 days before the launch, ISRO through its Twitter handle shared this form. I think they also share it on other social media handles. I filled it, and yeah, and then that was I was ready to go. So I had to go to Sriharikota Center, which is around 7 hours from Bangalore. And I thought I'll go by train because I don't like driving that much. And so you can't go to Sriharikota directly. There are very few modes of transport. I think there is one bus that goes from Bangalore to Sriharikota, but I missed that. It got full. Then I thought I'll go by train. There is no direct railway station in Sriharikota, but there is one in Sulurupeta, which is 2 hours before Sriharikota. So I booked that, and then I reached, I think, 4 or 5 hours before the launch. The launch was around 2 p.m. And that is a rookie mistake. So if you are going, I'd recommend that you reach just 5 to 10 minutes before the launch. Don't reach early like me. Just reach like I think 30 minutes. 30 minutes before the launch is great because it was a very hot day. Andhra Pradesh, I think it was in July, so just completely hot. Then you finally reach there. So one thing I missed, when you fill the form, in the end you can download a pass, which you can either print or just store it in your phone. So when you reach the location, they'll ask you to just show that, so they can scan it. It has a QR code, you can scan it, and so after that, you enter the Space Museum. In that, you can see what all projects ISRO is doing, what all they have done, and what all they are doing for the future. One thing that really attracted my attention was Gaganyaan, which is India's first manned mission. So they are really trying to get that out. Also, overall, like we are working on increasing our rocket capacities. Like we are a good space agency, but our rocket capacities are still pretty limited compared to NASA and other space organizations like China and Japan. So we still need big rockets. So all this was their documentation. This is the place you can also buy souvenirs. There are small rockets present as souvenirs that you can buy, and ISRO T-shirts are also being sold. So yeah, and after that there is this amphitheater where you can sit and watch. Food stalls are there, so that's not a big issue. You can buy water, but I would recommend you to carry a lot of water, umbrella maybe, sunscreen definitely, and yeah. And finally, when the rocket launch happened, I think it's the most surreal moment that you can ever imagine. Just imagine a crowd of 10,000 people just wanting the same thing. I think at this point that crowd became one organism, and we were all chanting the same thing, that like Jai Mata Di, Vande Mataram. And when the rocket countdown finally started, like 10, 9, and you can see the fire which has just come out of the base of the rocket, and then finally the rocket start rising, and the chants have been started became more noisier, more loud, and then you see going it through a cloud. I think that was a great visual for me personally, and and then you can just see, okay, it finally went to the orbit, and even then, okay, it's a great moment. Uh, So I tell you why it's a great moment, because just imagine that a bunch of people came together and built this rocket piece of metal, which were able to transport it to another planetary body, which is also moving, by the way. And in that, we are targeting to land on the South Pole very specifically, not just anywhere. So it's a very, you can just imagine the amount of mathematics, the calculations that went into it, many departments of knowledge: physics, chemistry, orbital science, rocket science, material science, uh, the way this project would have been handled. I think if someone documents it, I hope ISRO shares it, like how they did it, how many people were involved in it. I think that would be great. Just to imagine that, if because personally I'm also involved in technology, I'm a product manager. I also hope to create great technology someday. And when you see such great technology out there performing so well, you just feel great. It's a great moment. You feel inspired, and yeah, that's it. You finally see the launch. You take photos. You get excited to meet people. You see so many photographers who have been there all day, standing just waiting for that one shot. There's so many school children. Lots of media is there. It's a great atmosphere. They try to pump up the environment through slogans, trying to get the students involved. And once you're done, if you have brought a vehicle, in the form I mentioned earlier, you can fill the details. They just check the number, and there you let you in. And one more thing, there are also on the spot registrations. So in case you're not able to fill the form, you can just come there and just one thing, just remember to bring your Aadhaar ID. You can just fill the form and you can get in. Overall, I feel it is a great event to go to. I'll recommend everyone to go there, and also you get to know about other things also, like there are startups also there. So I saw the team of Agnikul Cosmos. Uh, there's also of course, because of this you start reading about like what the ISRO is doing to involve the private sector. So now there are many space tech startups who are working with ISRO. So there are different kind of launches. There are in like different planet orbits. There are high Earth orbits. There are low Earth orbits. So there are different kind of projects. So for the low Earth orbits, like satellites, I think ISRO has planned that now private companies can do it. So that I learned about. Uh, I think Skyroot Aerospace is the company that is doing it. Pixar is doing something. It's in high space. It's in HD imagery, and then of course Agnikul Cosmos is there. I think they're building customized rockets, whatever your requirement is. So I got to know about these companies, and yeah, overall a great experience watching Indian land on the moon, watching Indians land on the moon, the rover land on the moon. It is a great experience. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.